Hello, folks. Music Theory and Digital Composition Week 3. I just wanted to go through our week together. Here's our home page. We have all of these lovely things to do. So this is your guide, right? So in Music Theory land, you have some music first lessons as usual, some notation software to explore, Noteflight or whatever you might have already available. Noteflight being on Music First, so you'd go into Music First and you'd go to Software, and then there's Noteflight and it pops up. And so how do you use Noteflight? I linked some tutorials in the module page in the assignment, so hopefully you can follow those. So other things, original music, chorus project step 1. Let me know if your chorus partner is not responding to your requests for connection. That's important for me to know so I can help. And then, of course, interview with the musician. Some people are already uploading their interviews. It's really exciting. Reflection, reflect on your blog. So what did I learn from my musician interview? That's pretty straightforward. Y'all have been really good about your reflections. But remember also to comment on your classmates' writing. And so that is something to, once you post, maybe there's other people that posted, and then just put your 2 comments in right there so it gets all done one-stop shop. If you already submitted your reflection early but no one else had posted yet, remember to go back and write those comments in. Our participation this week is a group Zoom, which many of us participated in, which was really fun to talk to folks. Check-in video, which was already due on Monday, and it is really great to get in touch with you in that way and hear how you're doing in the course. And then a lot of you are skipping the weekly checklist. Well, that actually gives you points to do it if you do the weekly checklist, and it also allows you to be on top of all of the things due each week, just in case you forget something. And it's another way to catch any missed assignments or things, because I know that we're all adjusting to an online environment where it's easy to forget about things. So one thing I wanted to talk about as I go through this chart here is music theory, original music, reflection, and participation. These are all weighted grading categories. And so you can check your grades by going here and clicking on it, and then you can see your grade. And you will see that your grades at the bottom of the grading page, it shows you the breakdown of how you're doing in each of these. And so if right now there's only one assignment in original music, so if you haven't, for example, turned in your 48-minute music project, then you have 0% in your original music category, and the original music is 30% of your grade, so you would automatically lose 30% of your grade just by not having an assignment in that category. Of course, as we get further into the semester, there will be many assignments in all of these categories, so that'll round itself out. But that's a good way to keep track of your grade, is to know, so how am I doing in each of these 4? And that's how I'm going to be assessing you midterm and at the end of the semester. I'm writing a comment about how you're doing in each of these 4 categories. This is also called collaboration. So I'm sorry, I think I'm transitioning. I can't really decide whether I want to call it participation or collaboration. Okay, so I'm going to go into modules, and we'll look a little bit closer at our week. Okay, so week 3, we've got our plan, which we were just looking at on the home page. It's the same thing. But there's another thing here on week 3 page that is not on the home page, and that is our learning outcomes below it. And so you may notice that your rubrics are 1, 2, or 3 items, and they're all worth 5, 10, or 15 points of your assignments. Now these are all of the outcomes, learning outcomes, that I build your rubrics from. And so these are the learning outcomes that you will be studying in music theory. These are the learning outcomes you'll be studying in original music, and then these in reflection and these in participation/collaboration. So it's a way to kind of know how I'm assessing you, and also it's another way. Concepts is going to be something you'll be graded on, throughout the term, and so you can think about, like how it is you're doing just in concepts, or how it is you're doing just in melody, and how are you doing just in planning, or in coordination, or in teamwork. So these are the same learning outcomes I'll be using for lots of different assignments. So you'll keep seeing them popping up, and so these are the skills you're working on. These are the skills I really want you to really grow in this class. So it's good to pay attention to those. And just to know, that's how you're being assessed. There will be some assignments coming up where you will choose which outcomes you would like to be assessed by. And so the best way to approach that is to get familiar with the outcomes first. And so that's why I'm pointing them out to you now. Okay, back to our learning outcomes. We've got, notation software, and then the major scale assignment. So that is what you'll first compose, just to kind of get your feet wet in the whole world of notation so that you can get ready for your chorus project and composing later in the class. Zoom class discussion, interview a musician, post your interview. I know I talked to many of you already about your musicians, and everybody just about had a musician already chosen last week that they're interviewing this week. What did I learn from my musician interview? So this reflection comes right after you post a musician interview. So if you haven't done this yet, you can't do this. So make sure that you let me know if you need an extension on this reflection before the due date so I can give you full points and an extension. Music First Week 3 and Aurelia Musician Week 3. I want to go over that one more time. So when we're in Music First, you go to your software. This is where you access Aurelia and Musician. That is different from your Music First lessons, right? And I think most of you really have a good handle on this by now. But you go to the class calendar and you can see which Music First lessons you are practicing for the week. So here we are right now. So we're in rhythm lessons right now. If these are hard for you, you can go into Aurelia and Musician and learn more about them. So if you go into Musician and, it's going to say open Musician 5 Cloud because I already installed it on the computer and then activate it through Music First. You can adjust, let's say that you are a beginner to music theory concepts. You can adjust the difficulty of your exercises. And of course, this is self-directed, right? So if you go to practice, this is self-directed. So I want you to seek out, so here we have rhythm notation. You could click on this and you could be like, all right, I could start and practice, but guess what? This little hat right here is a lesson. And if you click it, it teaches you about rhythm. And it's got the introduction. You can learn about whole notes and rests. You can learn about half notes and rests. You can learn about, so the real value of Aurelia and Musician, I feel, is in the lessons, the little graduation cap, the little mortarboard right there. You click on it for anything. And high school, well, geez, this is, maybe advanced for me. I maybe want to start in elementary school, honestly. No one knows you're going to be doing this. This Musician and Aurelia practice is for you. So no one's going to see that you're in elementary land. Don't feel bad about that at all. And just be like, I want to look at the terms here, and the symbols. Like, what do these symbols mean, right? And so then just click on the little mortarboard, and it'll just give you the all that you need to know about these. Of course, that's what Music First lessons are designed to do also, but some people have been telling me that the Music First lessons are a little tough. Now, I don't care how well you do on the Music First lessons, but I also want you to know that there's this resource in Aurelia and Musician, this little mortarboard friend here, that's going to give you all the lessons you need for each concept that we will be practicing in Music First, that we will be applying to our compositions, etc., etc. And so back to the module. I don't want to keep you forever. We get through those. I only assess you on Thursday because that's the end of the week in Music First. So by Thursday night, I'm going to go in and I'm going to look and see how you did. Not how you did, but that you did. I'm going to see that you did those practice lessons. And then chorus project, we're beginning. So, chorus project step 1, Skype with a partner, share chorus ideas. I'm going to go back to, week 2 and just remind you who your partners are. I think we all know that. But, if you go to week 2's chorus project overview, you can see your partners here. If you're having a hard time getting in touch with one of your partners, please let me know and I will help you make that connection because you can't do the assignment until you make that connection. And that's everything. The checklist, again, just do those checklists. We're back up in week 3. Do those checklists, please, because they give you points, and there's the easiest points you can get in this class, and it just makes sure that you're on top of which assignments you're doing and reminding you of ones that you may have forgotten about. All right, folks, that is my update for week 3, and really loving all your progress in the course so far and all of your creativity.